Hello, everybody. It's Tony with Big T Bariatric, and I'm back at you with another video. Today it is Thursday, March 2nd. I hope you're having a great day so far. Before I get started with my video today, I just want to take a quick look at the poll that I put up yesterday. I asked the question, how many of you put sugar in your spaghetti sauce? An overwhelming percent of you, 80%, said no, you don't put sugar in your sauce. I think what's funny, though, is when I made that video yesterday or the day before, and I was kind of recoiling at the thought of putting sugar in your spaghetti sauce. I was 100% thinking about store-bought like ragu or something like that. I already know that they have tons of sugar in it, but I didn't realize how many of you made your own homemade spaghetti sauce. So that's awesome. I'm glad that you do. I've never tried homemade spaghetti sauce. I'd love to try it someday, but I totally understand why you would put a little bit of sugar in to cut the acidity of the tomatoes. But I always thought that tomatoes itself had its own natural sugar in it. So I didn't realize that putting sugar in your spaghetti sauce made a difference. But there was some authentic Italians who commented and said, "Hey, I'm Italian and we don't put sugar in our sauce." So that's probably something that's been passed down to you through generations on how to make sauce without sugar. But there's somebody who said vinegar, that they put vinegar in. Others say baking soda, brown sugar. So there's a lot of different ways to make some good sauce. But yeah, I wasn't thinking about people making homemade sauce. I was thinking about ragu or something like that. But I would love to try a homemade sauce one day, even though I don't really eat spaghetti anymore. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that, and yeah. But what I wanted to make my video on today was fatlogic, and fatlogic is a channel on Reddit. I came across, I don't even remember how I came across it. I think I saw another YouTube video of somebody talking about it, and I'm like, fatlogic, what's that? And apparently it is a channel on Reddit, of course, that sort of does what we do, right? We talk about and even make fun of the stupid fat positive stuff that's out there. And so, according to the description about this community, it says, find out what keeps you fat and you do something about it. Sick of being fat, shed your fat logic here. So really, that's the beginning of, if you want to lose weight, you're going to have to shed your fat logic. And your fat logic might be any excuse that you use on why you're fat, why you're overweight, and anything that the fat positivity movement tries to tell you is right or wrong or whatever about certain things, certain aspects of weight loss. You're going to have to shed that knowledge. You're going to have to realize it's stupid, it's not true, and it's killing you. And so we're going to look at a few of these things here and see what it has to say. So the first one here is children are being murdered. I just want to keep making sure you can see this on the screen very well. Okay, today is Disability Day of Mourning. I am taking time today to remember kids with eating disorders murdered by the rhetorical and material violence of their families, and in particular, fat kids with eating disorders, whose murder is hastened by anti-fat eugenics at every level of the medical industrial complex. We will mourn them and we will avenge them. Eugenics, fat phobia, ableism, sanism. Oh man, this kind of thing is what drives me crazy. You don't really realize that kids are dying because of obesity at younger and younger ages, how obesity is skyrocketing, but you're saying that fat kids with EDs are being murdered by the medical industrial complex because they try to tell the truth. The medical industrial complex, whatever that is, maybe your personal doctor, or the scientific research that goes behind obesity, is trying to tell people that you need to lose weight, you need to get healthy, or else you're going to die. But somehow, just that they're murdering kids. And some of the comments here, when they say murder, they mean fat kids who successfully lost weight and are no longer fat kids. Instead, they've become those subhuman evil thins bent on destruction of the fat race, much like zombies. Yeah, I mean, that's 100% true. They absolutely hate it when you lose weight. They cannot stand it. And so, because you decide you want to get healthy, you want to lose weight, you become this subhuman of evil, thin person, and you become fat phobic for some reason. So when they mean murder metaphorically, I was wondering. So they mean murder metaphorically. I was wondering what I had completely missed the news cycle. Honestly, the post did not make a lot of sense. I'm concerned they meant it literally. There are some fat acceptance people who believe that a person who is morbidly obese and gaining or maintaining weight could have a restrictive eating disorder, and that those folks will have the same ill effects of that restrictive ED that underweight people do. Cardiac issues, blood pressure, etc., all going haywire potentially lethally due to restrictive eating disorder. Yeah, some good comments there. But yeah, today is a day of mourning for obese children who are being asked to lose weight. Just trying to find a good one here. Not wanting to get too political on it, but for sure, because this one talks about the trans community, I don't want to get into that. Okay. Not wanting to hook up with a 500-pound woman means you have a thin fetish, apparently. If she loses weight, he'll leave her. It's a fetish. And if you gain weight, your man will leave you. Oh God, please say it louder. I always talk about how thinness is a fetish too, and just the socially accepted one. Yep, and they hide it behind wanting someone healthy. Really? Thinness is a fetish because you want somebody who's healthy and will be alive long enough for you. It's a fetish. Like, how ridiculous are these people? When fat people tell you what they eat and how they move, believe them. Fat people are considered untrustworthy. People and medical professionals often question if we're telling the truth. I know this is small print; you might not be able to see it, but people and medical professionals often question if we're telling the truth about our eating and exercise habits because they assume our body is telling on us. But our fatness is often due to many, many, many other factors outside of diet and exercise, and you cannot tell what someone eats or how they move by their body size. Still don't believe me? We all know thin people who move very little and eat plenty of food and are still thin. Oh, man. That's a dumb one. When I was underweight and friends and family would bug me about it, I would insist that I was eating a normal amount of food and that I wasn't exercising too much, and I wasn't lying. From my perspective, really was eating and exercising normally. It was everyone else who was abnormal. I'm glad no one indulged in my crazy beliefs. They didn't tell me I was crazy. They didn't accuse me of lying. They were always kind of gentle with me, but they also pushed back and told me I was wrong. I mean, yeah, that's 100% true. Your body does tell what type of person that you are in terms of what you eat and what you exercise. I mean, it's obvious. I haven't exercised very much in my life, and I eat too many calories. Right? I'm over 500 pounds. I'm fat. You cannot be overweight by living a healthy lifestyle of eating the right amount of calories and exercise. I mean, it's very, very telling that you are living a sedentary lifestyle if you are 100, 200, 300 pounds overweight. Yeah, there are a bunch of different things that can fluctuate your weight, whether it's medication or it's that time of the month if you're a female or any number of things, right? But we're talking about 10, 20, 30 pounds here. We're not talking about 100, 200, 300 pounds. So if you're slightly overweight, yeah, you might just have a slow metabolism. Yeah, you might have some sort of hormonal imbalance. Maybe you're carrying a lot of water weight, something like that, if you're slightly overweight. But if you're morbidly obese, no. That is a clear sign that your diet and exercise regimen is off, and we can tell whether or not you live a sedentary lifestyle. And I know there's people like Tess Holliday who tries to act like she's just this person who moves around a lot and exercises and she has an eating disorder and she's really anorexic and all this other stuff when in reality she's not. It's just lies and lies and lies. Morbidly obese dietitian. Am I fat phobic for having doubts? I'm debating if I should keep getting nutritional advice from my morbidly obese dietitian. She seems experienced in the field with a degree, but I can't get this thought out of my head. She has a BMI of 47. Am I fat phobic? I don't know. I mean, I'm a fat person on here, and I often give nutritional advice, but I give it from my own personal experience. So I think that's different. If you're trying to lose weight and were hundreds of pounds heavier, then yeah, people want to hear what you have to say. They want to know how you did it, what you're doing, what your process is, how you're losing the weight, etc., etc. So people are always interested in my story, how I'm losing weight, what I'm eating in a day, all that kinds of stuff. So I mean, if if you have a doctor though who just smokes but then tells you to quit smoking, like that's hypocritical. If you're morbidly obese and you don't care about your size, but you're telling other people, hey, you need to lose weight. This is how you eat right. Like I don't know. I wouldn't know if I would want to listen to a dietitian who is not following his or her own advice. So melodramatic, part two. I contacted the British Board of Film Classification to ask if they are in a position to ban hateful, harmful movies that are available for viewing in the UK. The newest extremely fat hating movie, The Whale, needs to be banned in every country. Everyone involved in making it and supporting it needs to be held accountable for the harm and the real trauma they are causing. I have not seen this movie, but I doubt it's causing that much harm and problems. Like it centers on an obese person and probably the struggles that he went through, that obese people go through. Not particularly Brendan Fraser, because he's typically not a fat person. I believe he gained a lot of that weight for the movie role. But I encourage people in every country to find out how to get this movie and all fat hating movies banned. The entertainment film, so I'm guessing what The Whale is about, again, I have not seen it, is someone who's struggling being overweight and they see all the pitfalls, all the downfalls, all the bad things that come with being overweight. They put it on a film, and it's probably true to form, it's probably accurate, just like when you watch My 600-Pound Life and you see everything that they go through, all the downsides of being overweight, being obese. And so now they say that it's fat hating because it shows the real downside of being overweight. And they don't want to see that. They don't want to see that there are any bad things associated with obesity. The entertainment, film, and music industry needs to do better, needs to be better regulated, as it is not creative but exploitive and elitist. Nepotism is rife within it. These industries serve to further hateful capitalist agendas, and it needs to end ASAP. I don't know what the hateful capitalist agenda would be behind the movie. I mean, you would think that the hateful capitalism would be the owners of McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell or any other thing that thrives on keeping people fat. The sugar industry is a huge one. They have their own scientists who put out false information that has really been picked up by the government. So all the food pyramid stuff that they talk about, like all of that is the capitalist agenda to keep people eating sugar. So you don't have a problem with them though, because you like your sugar, you like your fat, you like your Taco Bell. So you don't have a problem with that capitalist agenda, but you have a problem with a movie that tells the real side of obesity. I'm not going to buy it. That's just ridiculous. I don't know what this one's about. Has anyone else listened to a new episode? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills from how wild it is. Doctors have a new plan for fat kids. Maintenance phase. No, I dropped the podcast. I started listening to Flat Earth podcast, and I only have enough time for one anti-science podcast a month. Is there lizard people as well? What about gay frogs? Oh man. Diets don't work. This is my son's homework for the strike day. Am I overreacting and saying I'm disgusting at this kind of thinking? Eating fruits and vegetables. Can you write around the picture of what it means to make healthy choices? Really, a parent is disgusted by homework that talks about eating and making better, healthy decisions? Like, seriously? And that's next level fat, right? Like you were disgusted that your son would learn in school what it means to eat healthy. Of course, again, I just trashed the food pyramid that's being taught in schools, so it could be that. because if you're talking about eating 6 to 10 servings of grains and pasta and all that as being healthy, then yeah, I would be disgusted by that too, because it is a lie. But man, but it talks about eating fruits and vegetables. Those are healthy. Like, what do you have against fruits and vegetables? It doesn't even mention weight. It just says eating fruits and vegetables as an example, and then it asks to write around the picture about making healthy choices. This could be anything from studying for a test to reduce test anxiety or playing outside to get more exercise. The oop is just looking to get offended over nothing. Exactly. Excuse me. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just asking to for ideas about making healthy choices. This doesn't specifically mention food. It gives an example of maybe eating fruits and vegetables. But yeah, it could be anything from going outside, exercising, or any healthy decision in life that you can make. But this parent is disgusted, and it's called Diets Don't Work. I guess that's the name of the title of the post somebody made. Diets Don't Work. Yeah, right. Okay. I see this all the time, but is it actually true? Y'all know that the lower belly pooch women have is just belly fat and not actually their uterus, right? Like it's 100% natural to just have that fat there and that's okay. You don't have to lie and justify your body to those dumbasses. Just live and embrace having fat. Who gives a F? Like if skinny women have flat tummies, does that mean their uterus disappears? It would be anatomically absurd if the uterus, which is a viral organ, just poked out like that. The fat there is to protect your organs anyway. Stop trying to over explain women's bodies to stupid men. So I guess women do lie about that little pooch that they have down there, and they say it's their uterus poking out instead of admitting that it's belly fat. And so she says here, who cares? Just embrace it. You have fat there, whatever. It's anatomically incorrect to claim that the lower belly pooch is just the uterus. If I'm not mistaken, the uterus is lower than that, and the pelvis between the bladder and the rectum. Lower belly fat has nothing to do with it. Okay. I mean, if you have a little bit of fat there, who cares? Don't lie about it. I don't know. This isn't so absurd. Some perspective since leaving the fat acceptance movement and also losing 180 pounds and maintaining it. FAs argue that no one is meme fat phobic than us, former fats. So if you're a former fat and then you decided to lose weight, then you are the extreme fat phobic. But maybe it's because they have no idea how much better their life would be if they weren't fat. I thought I'd make a list of things that are better now that I'm fit and maintaining my weight loss, and things that were better when I was fat. So this is a sanity post. So this person became sane. They left the fat acceptance movement and they lost 180 pounds. So let's see the full image here. Excuse me, my throat has been a little raw. Now I'm talking throughout this video. I'm not out of breath doing literally anything. My feet don't hurt anymore, and neither do my joints. I don't sweat constantly. My thighs don't chafe anymore because they no longer rub against when I wear skirts or shorts. I can run, ski, and cycle, all things that were too hard when I was fat. It's easier to find a wide variety of affordable and cute clothes. I don't worry about breaking chairs anymore or worrying if I can fit in a chair or amusement park ride or whatever. I can easily fit in an airplane seat now and don't need to buy 2 seats. I'm no longer a type 2 diabetic. Also, my fatty liver disease is completely reversed. I now have appreciation for good nutrition, and while I definitely still enjoy McDonald's or a good cake sometimes, hopefully she doesn't mean a whole cake. I don't feel the need to go to that first thing anymore. As a result, my stomach feels better. I can actually go outside and play with my kids or play with them at the park instead of sitting on the bench. TMI warning, but I can also easily wipe myself now. Trust me, when you weigh what I used to weigh, you can't do that easily. I mean, yeah, those are all really good points. It's like you don't realize what you're giving up when you're fat. All of these things become easier when you lose the weight. Every single one of them. But somehow that's fat phobic. Muscle ache is apparently self harm. as in when you work out and your muscles ache, you're self-harming yourself. So here's this meme of somebody dressing up like a clown with all these so-called truths next to it. Eating junk food when you want is self-harm. No, you don't know better than your own body. No, I'm not self-harming by restricting and exercising. I just enjoy being healthy. Ooh, I love it when my muscles burn from exercise. So you're self-harming by restricting your calories and exercising and wanting to be healthy. That's self-harm. You don't consider eating junk food as self-harm? That's just funny. I don't understand that at all. Ooh, I love it when my muscles burn from exercise. That's the funniest one. Oh man. Anyways, if you want to go through here and check out fatlogic, it's really, really funny. I recommend it. It's great. Lots of fun stuff on there. I had no idea this channel existed on Reddit, so I'm glad I found it. But anyways, let me know what you think about this video down below. And if you check out fatlogic, share with me some of the ones you thought were the funniest. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day. God bless you.